Hi-ho fiber people, I wanted to do a quick video, because I haven't done one in a while, on doing something fun that I enjoy, which are making sort of like giant rolags off of my drum carter. So y'all have seen me do a video, and I'll probably do another one, of doing like the, little, little rolags off of my blending board. So I wanted to do one for, I have a drum carter, for I run the fiber through the drum carter, and then I have a parrot, sorry. So he's going to do that. But then I use the sticks from the drum carter to roll the rolags off of it. And usually end up with kind of 2 1-ounce rolags. So anyhow, I thought you might want to see it. Alright everybody, so I have weighed out my fiber I have over here into 2 ounces, because that's what I'm going to use on my drum carter. So we got some merino, some hand-dyed bamboo, some faux cashmere in 2 different colors, and a little bit of silk noil, just for, for hoots. And so I guess I should say this video is unofficially brought to you by Brother Drum Carter, because I have the baby brother, and then I have this big one, which I actually won from the company because they do all these great drawings. So you should totally follow Brother Drum Carter, and you too may win a drum carter. So that, and they're really fantastic. They're an American company, and their prices are awesome. So yay, Brother Drum Carter. So I'm going to use the big one because that's the one I usually use. And it's got finer teeth, and I've already been making rolags blended fiber of the same color, so I'm not going to worry too much about the fact that you'll see a little bit of fiber already on there. I've already been making these same ones, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I will not have you watch the whole process here, but generally what I like to do is, I hope you're not getting like a great shot of the back of my head here, is start running through kind of my base fiber, which in this case is going to be this really pretty merino. It's very soft. It's our base merino that we use in our monthly fiber braids and most of our stuff. And I really like it. It's very soft. It's not super wash, but it comes from a small mill and is US sheep. So it's cruelty free. And then here is a stripe of our faux cashmere, and I'm just blending the colors together. And I am going to run this through the drum carter twice. So the first time I run it through, I'm not really too worried about, it being in big chunks. And then I'm going to take the brush periodically and kind of tap it down. And I'm just going to continue like this. And I do always try to make sure, like, I don't put everything just in the middle. I kind of try to spread it out so we're getting the ends too. And just make sure you put a little bit through at a time. And so I'm going to go through and continue to blend this. Okay, so I ran it all through once, and I took it off, and it's very pretty and super soft. But you can see my colors are kind of in blocks. You can see the silk noil, but you can see how the colors are kind of in sections, which I have, and not so much on this side. This side it looks more blended. I have purposely made bats and left them one go through like this because it can be fun. I kind of like having the sections, but for this particular one, oh, it's so pretty. I am going to, and for the purpose of this video, I'm going to run it back through a second time just to disperse these fibers a little bit more, and then I will show you how to make the rolags, and it's super fun. So anyhow, this is an example of the first go through. So for the second go through, I usually just kind of pull it in sections, and it goes quicker because it's already kind of in sections, and then I just kind of let the drum carter do the work, and then kind of move it from one section to the other, letting it run back through. And then every once in a while, running the brush over it to get it really well dispersed. Okay, so now that I've run this through twice, I'm actually going to kneel down here. So this is on a low table. And what I'm going to do, I've got my 2 dowels from my blending board, and they are just regular old hardware store dowels. And I've gone through and blended this and made sure it's all on there really good. I'm gonna take this and kind of gently pull up. Like so. Try to keep it from making too much of a mess, and make sure you get all your little stray runaway fibers. And then what you're gonna do is, you want it to be nice and even here, is spread it out really good in between these dowels, and then try to get a good bit of grip here. And you're just gonna make like a tight kind of, make sure you hold it tight, and you're gonna kind of pull up, and I use this hand to smooth and roll and smooth like that. And it comes off pretty easily. You might have to get your handle. And usually about this point is about halfway through. So usually once I hit about the handle, I know it's about halfway through. And then we'll kind of purposely pull it apart. And then here, I'm trying to get this on the camera. Roll, you know, just keep smoothing and pulling and smoothing and twisting like cotton candy almost. And you're gonna roll it into like a giant cocoon. And so then once you have it in your giant cocoon, I always like to really clean up the edges. So, and this is the fun part anyway, you gotta like pet it. So go through and pet it and twist it around and make sure it's very nice and tight. And then I have seen in some groups where people have been like, how do I get it off? And you don't want to just like grab it and jerk it, because that would not be good. So what I like to do is kind of wiggle both my sticks like this, kind of in opposite directions, and kind of loosen up the center part. Then I hold one stick and I pull the other stick, and it will grab your fibers a little bit, but pull one stick slowly out so that now you just have it on one stick, but it's a lot looser on there now. And then just slowly pull it out. Whew. And there you go. You have one really fabulous giant 1-ounce rollag. And so then for the second one, and they're always not exactly the same weight. I know that there's 2 ounces went on here, and I know this is the halfway point. So then for the second one, you just repeat the exact same thing. Get it on there. Make sure you get a nice even grip and smooth it real good. Just roll. Roll and smooth. And I guess I did one way and one the other. I have equal good luck with either rolling them this way or that way. So whichever way it seems to be coming off the best. And there's the end. Just get that. And then tighten it up. And there's the second one, and then I would remove it the same way. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I now have, so instead of doing these fibers into a 2-ounce art bat, which is kind of what I normally do, I made these into 2 1-ounce rolags. And you can see they're so cute. They're like little cocoons or cigars, whichever way you want to think about that. But these are great for woolen style spinning, because you would just start here and then draft backwards, and or they're just fun to play with. I, as y'all know, am not super by the books normally on you know, my fiber prep versus how I spin. So I like spinning these just in general, and I do prefer woolen spinning, so these are a hoot. They're fun to spin from, and the colors are going to gradually change. And like I said, this is a mix of merino, faux cashmere, hand-dyed bamboo, and some silk noil, which you can still see right there. It's really pretty, and so that's what's in here. And this is an example of, you know, I have to have my shameless plug of, this is going off to one of our luxury fiber subscribers. So if you're like, I want some fiber like that, girl, I got you. Go to my website. It's the luxury fiber subscription. And we don't always do giant rolags, because it's not just me making them, it's me, and we have several fiber artists, but we do, it's always fibers that are like silks, faux cashmeres, etc. If you can read more about it, they are sometimes in bats, and they are sometimes in giant rolags or little rolags, depending on our mood. But anyhow, hope y'all have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and, you know, happy spinning.